Hi everyone, it's Scott here from Laser Cut Solutions in Adelaide. I'm the main programmer for the company and I deal with digitizing all the files that get sent in and preparing them for our laser machines. We often have a lot of customers come in that want to do one-off jobs, something special for their home or as a gift for someone maybe, and they've not necessarily had any design experience before. And we always get asked the question, what sort of files do we need to provide the company? I'm making a short video today to show you what type of files we need, how they should be prepared if you're able to do so, and if not, where to find them. So the types of files we're looking for are laser cut solutions are vector files, basically. I'll explain the difference between vector files and raster images later, so you understand what you're looking for when you're out there getting drawings made or you're looking for them online. But basically, you want to look for files that have certain extensions. They are EPS files, DXF files, DWG files, and as we have Illustrator at our offices, you can also send in AI files. In some rare cases, PDF files will also be vector files. However, if you're not sure, you're best not to send them in. At Laser Cut Solutions, we prefer EPS files if we're dealing with design software, so Adobe Illustrator or CorelDRAW, software like that. If you're using CAD software like AutoCAD, then a DXF is fine. So now you know what types of files that you can supply. We need to show you the difference between a vector file and a raster file if you want to supply your own, and basically why we need them. So here in Illustrator, I've got a photo of a duck and a vector image of some ducks. So laser machines work on points on a Cartesian plane, essentially. And that's what vector files are. They're mathematical representations of objects, and so their points all fall on a Cartesian plane. And what's useful about that is when we start to scale these objects, these vector objects, get my duck out of the way, you'll notice that the quality doesn't change. The crispness stays there. It doesn't matter how big or small we make them, the objects are exactly the same size, or exactly the same shape. They're obviously different size, but they're the same shape. When we grab our duck, on the other hand, and we start to scale that up, you'll notice it goes very blurry very quickly. Now, this is useless for us because all of the accuracy that we had from that image is now gone. Now, this is a fairly small image. I could have got a larger one, but the same process still applies at some point. And there's also no points on this drawing for us at all. Our laser machine doesn't know where to go. It doesn't know that we want to trace around this duck, for example. We have ways in Illustrator to do that, which your designer will know, or if you're interested in learning yourself, I suggest you explore the pen tool. But that's why we need vector files. So no ducks. Ducks are bad in this case. These ones are good. You don't know any designers, which is fine. That can happen. And you don't want to design anything yourself. You'd like us to give it a crack. Now, we generally speaking don't design anything from scratch because as a jobbing shop, we simply don't have the resources to do that. Although we do offer basic design, we are not designers ourselves. As a result, we generally like to start from some sort of base. So what we suggest customers do is they search the web for vector files of the sorts of imagery that they'd like to use. Now, we always recommend using Shutterstock. The reason we recommend Shutterstock simply is because we have an account with them, so we can purchase these royalty-free images for you. We also, having used them for quite some time, know that the quality of their EPS files is very good. I don't generally have to do a lot of work to them. If you go looking for other free EPS files, for example, or other vector files, you might find that they're just too hard for me to work with. They haven't been drawn properly. They're not useful at all, which is why we always suggest Shutterstock. So I'm just going to quickly show you how to search for something and what information you need to give us if you are searching for something. Okay, so let's say we would like to make some garden screens for a garden. They're quite popular at the moment. We have a lot of people coming in asking for those. So we want to search for some trees. Trees are fitting in a garden. So we search for trees, but we don't just want trees. We want, I generally search for silhouettes at the same time because with laser cutting, you generally want something fairly simple. We can go quite intricate, but an image with all these extra colors and all that sort of nonsense is a bit of a waste of time. We really just need a black and white representation of our object. So I'll generally search for tree silhouettes. Now my tree search has come up. Whoops, it's asking me to sign in. Some of these will, pretty much all of these on the first page actually, will be vectors, but some may potentially be images. So once you've searched for your file, just come over here, tick on image type as vector, and then just resubmit your search. So now we definitely only have vector files appearing in our results. There's no images whatsoever. So let's say we like this first image, for example. We're like, that's a pretty cool tree, and you know, I might use that. So you like the look of the tree, you know it's a vector file. What good is that to us? Well, we don't want to type tree silhouettes and then have to flick through all the pages and try and find the tree you want. So all you have to do is apply us with this image ID here that you get on the page once you open the actual image. The beauty about Shutterstock is I can actually search by image ID and get the exact image you want. That way there's no confusion about which tree it was. You know, it's not tree 7 on page 4 and it looks kind of tall and skinny. If you give us the ID number, we'll get exactly what we want. Now you can choose multiple images and we can put them together in a design for you. The more images, the more it will cost. We do have to pay per download for these as we buy the rights to use them essentially. So keep that in mind. We currently charge $10 an image. That may be subject to change in the future if Shutterstock's prices change. So always ring the office and confirm. But that's basically how you go about getting some images for us to use to do some design work for you if you don't have someone that can do it yourself. I hope that video proved useful and informative, and it's given you some insight on how to prepare suitable files for laser cutting at LaserCut Solutions. If you have any more queries or questions, or you'd just like to talk to some of our staff, don't hesitate to call or email or drop into the office during opening hours. Our phone number is 08 8326 3700, and our email address is gary@lasercutsolutions.com.au. Thank you.